Hey there, it's Rick Khan, and in this video I'm going to show you how to advertise on Facebook without getting banned, the do's and don'ts. Now this video is specifically going to show you how to stay on Facebook's good side so you can advertise on the platform without any worry of getting banned. And if you stay till the end, I'll give you a tip if you're new to advertising to make sure you don't get banned and how you can start advertising the right way. So first, you should know, it's actually very common to get your account shut down and you rarely get any help to get it back up. So first things first, as an advertiser on Facebook, you must take Facebook's policies seriously and make sure to learn everything you can about what you're allowed and not allowed to do. This will give you an advantage over learning the do's and don'ts before you start using their platform. So let's take a look at what does Facebook want? This will give you a deeper understanding of the best approach to advertise. So first of all, they want users to have a good experience. You see, their aim is to keep someone scrolling for as long as possible, and they want everything to stay positive. Now, they don't want you to be negative, or they don't want to use any fear that can put someone in a bad emotional state or associate that with their platform. Next, they care about the different niches and industries and have a list in their policies that tell you exactly who they don't take much liking to. Then they care about where you're sending their users to, from the click experience on Facebook to the landing page. Are you living up to the promise you said in your ad, or are you using clickbait to send them somewhere completely different to what you promised? Then, does your URL match your website address, or are you sending them outside of your website? And then we have feedback metrics, from the user experience where people can hide, dislike, or even complain about your ad. Your copy is being scored by Facebook's relevance scores, and the lower your score, this can cause Facebook to drive your costs up or even ban your account. So don't get salesy or hypey, and just give value and goodwill to your audience. Now, these are a few main points about what Facebook cares about and why you should pay attention and follow their goals. But what's most important is to make sure to go through their policies, which I'll leave a link below for you to read the whole thing and learn everything you need to know. Now, mainly, you want to read the parts between the prohibited content and the restricted content. There you'll find a whole list of things you need to know before you start advertising. But here's something important about their policy, which is number 11, personal attributes. They don't want you to call out personal attributes. And in your copy, we as advertisers tend to use the word you a lot, specifically talking to them directly and stating things about them that could be emotional. And what you have to be careful of is to make someone not feel bad about themselves or their situation. The word you or other can get you banned. So the way to overcome this is to turn the conversation from you onto yourself. For example, instead of saying, do you struggle to make money, versus I used to struggle to make money, or are you trying to lose weight, versus I remember how I felt when I tried to lose weight, or even do you feel overwhelmed and stressed, versus I used to get overwhelmed and stressed. Turning the copy about yourself can be indirectly talking to your audience and takes away from you talking to your audience directly. Next is don't use hypey, big claims, fear, or scarcity. These are things that will get you banned. You want to be subtle with your copy and focus on giving a good experience. Give value and goodwill to your audience and focus on helping them achieve the result that they want help with. And then you want to avoid going into prohibited and restricted topics such as losing weight, make money online, MLM schemes, or gambling, and other restricted topics. However, sometimes you may be in these industries. And if you're in these industries, you can get around this by being less direct. You can go indirectly and pick a different way of saying things, such as make money online could be drive leads into your email list. Lose weight now could be 7-day protein recipe plan. This will help you say your message in certain industries, but saying it indirect so you don't get banned. Now, the next thing you should do is study your competitors' ads and learn the language being used in your industry. You can go to Facebook's ad library, where I'll link the website below, and you can start searching for businesses similar to yours that are running ads. So that way you can understand what hooks and angles that they're using and what they've been approved on and what's doing well. Now, if you go to the top of the ad, you should also see the date that it started. And the longer the ad has been running will also validate if the idea of the hook is working well. But the main principle behind this is that you'll be able to know exactly what kind of language you should be using without getting banned. And then we have a big don't, is be careful where you're logging in from. You see, it's quite well known that people who travel outside of their countries and logging onto other networks from another location can trigger Facebook's suspicions and lead them to locking you out. Now, they do this mainly for security measures in case someone is hacking your account. So the work around this is that if you have people working as virtual assistants in other countries, is to use a VPN and set it to your country that Facebook knows you're from. So if you're from the US and you travel to Europe, set your VPN to the US location. So now the big question is, what should you do if your account is already banned? Well, the first thing you should do is search hard and understand what rule did you break, and go through the policies to figure this out, because Facebook will never tell you why you were banned. There you can send a message through their appeal process and explain their policies and let them know what you did wrong. Then demonstrate to them how you understand what you did and how you're going to make sure you stick with the rules strictly. And if you don't get a response, just keep sending them messages, and even jump on Facebook's chat and ask them if there's an update. This is where you can also try to get some additional help by being polite and asking good questions. Now, here's a bonus tip. If you're new to advertising or you haven't been using Facebook advertising very often, then doing this will help stop you from getting banned, and it'll help build Facebook's trust up. And that's warming up your account before you start spending too much or putting hypey copy up. You see, going in too fast or too strong in your copy, or even with your budget, is something you want to avoid. You want to start with boosting your page posts. Create a campaign for page likes. Then after you've spent up to around $100, you can then start doing conversion campaigns. But here's the thing. If you find a winning campaign during this time, do not go crazy and start increasing your budget to hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. Instead, do an increase of roughly 50% of your lifetime budget. From there, you should start building trust with Facebook, and then you can start creating new test campaigns, and then you can start increasing your budget. So that's it for this video. If I've missed anything, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them when I can. And if you like the video, I'll be making lots more around this content and around these subjects, so make sure to subscribe and stay notified. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.